Welcome to a journey through the mind of Niccolò Machiavelli, the 16th century philosopher whose name is synonymous with strategy, power, and navigating the complexities of human interactions. Today we're diving into a topic that resonates with everyone: how to handle disrespect. Whether it's a cutting remark, a dismissive attitude, or an outright challenge to your dignity, disrespect can sting. But Machiavelli, the master of calculated responses, offers timeless wisdom to turn these moments into opportunities for strength, influence, and control. In this lesson, we'll explore how to respond to disrespect using principles from The Prince, Discourses on Livy, and Machiavelli's broader philosophy. This isn't about petty revenge or emotional outbursts. It's about mastering the art of human dynamics with intelligence and composure. Why Machiavelli? Because his ideas, rooted in observing the raw realities of power, cut through the noise of modern self-help platitudes. He didn't sugarcoat human nature. He studied it like a scientist, dissecting ambition, betrayal, and respect. His advice isn't just for princes or politicians. It's for anyone navigating a world where respect is hard-earned and easily lost. Whether you're dealing with a workplace rival, a social slight, or a personal betrayal, Machiavelli's strategies will equip you to respond with clarity and strength. This lesson is designed to keep you hooked, blending historical anecdotes, practical applications, and deep dives into Machiavelli's principles. We'll break it down into clear sections: understanding disrespect, Machiavelli's core principles, actionable strategies, case studies, and a final reflection to tie it all together. Expect a mix of sharp insights, real-world examples, and step-by-step guidance to make this both engaging and actionable. By the end, you'll have a playbook for handling disrespect that's rooted in one of history's sharpest minds. Let's get started. Understanding disrespect through a Machiavellian lens. What is disrespect? Disrespect isn't just an insult or a rude gesture. It's a challenge to your status, authority, or worth in the eyes of others. It can be overt, like a public slight, or subtle, like being ignored in a meeting. Machiavelli would argue that disrespect is a power move, intentional or not, that tests your ability to maintain control. In his world, respect was currency, and losing it meant losing influence. To respond effectively, we first need to understand the dynamics at play. The psychology of disrespect. Disrespect often stems from three sources: envy, insecurity, or a deliberate attempt to undermine you. Machiavelli observed that humans are driven by self-interest, and disrespect is often a tool to elevate the disrespecter's status at your expense. Think of it as a zero-sum game. Their gain is your loss unless you act strategically. For example, a colleague who interrupts you in a meeting might be signaling their dominance, consciously or not. Recognizing this motive is the first step to crafting a response that flips the script. Machiavelli's view on human nature. In The Prince, Machiavelli writes, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions." This isn't cynicism, it's realism. People disrespect others when they think they can get away with it, or when they perceive weakness. Machiavelli's solution? Never appear weak. Strength, whether through action, words, or perception, is your shield against disrespect. But strength doesn't mean aggression. It means calculated control. Why disrespect matters? Disrespect isn't just a personal affront. It's a public signal. If you let it slide, others notice, and your reputation takes a hit. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of reputazione, your public image. A single unchecked slight can snowball, inviting more challenges. Conversely, a well-handled response can cement your authority. Consider Cesare Borgia, one of Machiavelli's favorite examples. When a subordinate openly defied him, Borgia didn't lash out emotionally. He orchestrated a calculated display of power that silenced dissent without a word. We'll explore how to emulate this later. Types of disrespect. To respond effectively, categorize the disrespect: direct, public insults, mockery, or confrontation. Passive, ignoring you, undermining your ideas, or excluding you. Systemic, repeated slights that erode your status over time, like being overlooked for promotions. Each type requires a tailored response, and Machiavelli's principles will guide us through crafting them. Machiavelli's core principles for handling disrespect. Machiavelli's philosophy is a masterclass in navigating power dynamics. Here are 5 key principles from his works, adapted to handling disrespect, with practical insights for modern life. Principle 1. Maintain your virtù, strength and skill. Machiavelli's concept of virtù is about strength, cunning, and adaptability. When disrespected, your first instinct might be anger, but virtù demands composure. A strong response shows you're unshaken. For example, if someone interrupts you in a meeting, don't snap back. Pause, make eye contact, and calmly reassert your point. This displays control, not weakness. Application. Practice emotional discipline. Before responding, ask yourself, does this reaction make me look stronger or weaker? Train yourself to pause and think strategically, even under pressure. Principle 2. Control your reputazione. Your reputation is your armor. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." In modern terms, this means prioritizing respect over likability. If someone disrespects you publicly, your response must restore your image. For instance, if a coworker undermines your idea, don't argue defensively. Acknowledge their point briefly, then pivot to a stronger argument that showcases your expertise. Application. Always consider the audience. Even in a one-on-one slight, others may be watching. Craft your response to project confidence and competence. Principle 3. Use fortuna wisely. Machiavelli likened fortune to a river that can destroy or be tamed. Disrespect is a moment of fortuna, an unpredictable challenge you can turn to your advantage. If a rival disrespects you, use it as an opportunity to showcase your strength. For example, if someone spreads rumors about your work, address it indirectly by excelling publicly, proving them wrong without stooping to their level. Application. Look for the hidden opportunity in every slight. Can you use this moment to demonstrate your value or expose your rival's pettiness? Principle 4. Be a fox and a lion. Machiavelli advised being both cunning, a fox, and bold, a lion. When disrespected, use cunning to assess the situation and boldness to act decisively. For example, if a friend makes a snide remark, a fox might deflect with humor to avoid escalation, while a lion might address it directly to set boundaries. Application. Balance subtlety and strength. If the disrespect is minor, a witty comeback might suffice. If it's serious, a direct but calm confrontation may be necessary. Principle 5. Never appear desperate or weak. Machiavelli warned that appearing desperate invites more disrespect. If you overreact or beg for respect, you signal vulnerability. Instead, respond with calculated indifference or controlled strength. For example, if a boss dismisses your input, don't sulk. Follow up with a well-crafted email summarizing your idea, showing initiative without desperation. Actionable strategies for responding to disrespect. Now, let's get practical. Here are 7 Machiavellian strategies to handle disrespect, each with step-by-step guidance and examples. Strategy 1. The pause and redirect. Why it works. A pause shows you're unruffled, and redirecting the conversation reclaims control. Machiavelli valued timing. Acting too quickly can seem reactive, but a measured response commands respect. How to do it. When disrespected, Pause for 2 to 3 seconds to gather your thoughts. Make eye contact with the offender to assert presence. Redirect the conversation to neutral or advantageous ground. For example, if someone interrupts you, say, "Interesting point. Let me finish my thought so we can discuss this fully." Example, in a team meeting, a colleague cuts you off to critique your proposal. Pause, smile slightly and say, "I appreciate the input. Let me clarify my point." Then restate your idea with added emphasis. This shows you're unshaken and in control. Strategy 2. The strategic counter, why it works. Machiavelli admired those who turned attacks into opportunities. A strategic counter doesn't attack the person. It undermines their credibility subtly. How to do it. Identify the disrespect's intent, e.g., to embarrass or undermine. Respond with a fact-based or logical point that exposes their error without malice. Frame your response to benefit the group, not just yourself. Example, if a coworker says, "Your plan won't work, it's too risky," respond with, "I've considered the risks, and here's data showing a 70% success rate in similar projects." This shifts focus to your competence and sidesteps personal conflict. Strategy 3. The silent power play. Why it works. Silence can be more powerful than words. Machiavelli noted that restraint often unnerves opponents more than aggression. How to do it. Identify an opportunity to showcase your strengths, e.g., a presentation or project. Execute it flawlessly to shift attention from the disrespect to your competence. Avoid directly referencing the slight. Let your actions speak. Example, if a colleague undermines your expertise, volunteer for a high-visibility task and deliver exceptional results. The contrast between their words and your performance will restore your reputation. Strategy 5. The alliance maneuver, why it works. Machiavelli emphasized alliances to bolster power. Enlisting support from others neutralizes disrespect and strengthens your position. How to do it. Identify allies who respect your value. Subtly rally their support by sharing your perspective privately. Let them amplify your position in group settings. Example, if a peer disrespects you in a meeting, discuss it with a trusted colleague afterward. They might defend you in the next meeting, saying, "I think your name's idea deserves more consideration." Strategy 6. The direct confrontation, why it works. Sometimes a bold response is necessary. Machiavelli respected decisive action when it was controlled and purposeful. How to do it. Choose a private setting to avoid public escalation. State the issue calmly. "I noticed your comment earlier. It felt disrespectful." Set clear expectations. Let's keep our interactions professional. Example, if a friend repeatedly dismisses your opinions, pull them aside and say, "I value our friendship, but your comments make it hard to feel respected. Can we address this?" This is direct yet constructive. Strategy 7. The long game. Why it works. Machiavelli was a master of patience. Sometimes the best response is to outlast and outshine your detractor over time. How to do it. Don't react to every slight. Focus on building your reputation. Consistently demonstrate excellence to overshadow the disrespect. Let time expose the offender's flaws while you rise. Example, if a rival spreads rumors, focus on your work and relationships. Over time, their credibility will erode as your success speaks for itself. Case studies and Machiavellian responses. Let's bring Machiavelli's ideas to life with 3 hypothetical scenarios, each illustrating how to apply these strategies in real-world situations. Case study 1. The workplace rival. Scenario, your coworker, Alex, publicly questions your competence during a team meeting, saying, "I'm not sure your name's plan is realistic." The team looks to you. Machiavellian response. Strategy used. the strategic counter plus the public demonstration. Action, pause, smile, and say, "Thanks for the feedback, Alex. Let me share some data that supports this approach." Present a concise, fact-based defense of your plan. Then, volunteer to lead a key part of the project and deliver exceptional results. Outcome: Alex's critique is overshadowed by your competence, and the team sees you as a leader. Case study 2. The social slight scenario. At a friend's party, someone makes a snide remark about your job, implying it's unimportant. Others laugh awkwardly. Machiavellian response. Strategy used: the silent power play plus the alliance maneuver. Action: respond with a light chuckle and change the subject. Later, connect with a few friends from the group and casually mention your recent achievements. They will likely defend you if the offender repeats the behavior. Outcome: you avoid a public spat, maintain your composure, and gain allies who reinforce your value. Case study 3. The systemic disrespect scenario. Your boss consistently overlooks you for promotions despite your strong performance. Machiavellian response. Strategy used: the long game plus the public demonstration. Action: don't confront your boss directly. Focus on building a stellar track record. Take on high visibility projects, document your successes, and network with senior leaders. When the next promotion cycle comes, present an undeniable case. Reflection and takeaways. Why Machiavelli's approach works. Machiavelli's strategies endure because they're rooted in human nature, which hasn't changed in 500 years. Disrespect is a universal challenge, and his principles, control, perception, and strategic timing, offer a roadmap to navigate it. Unlike emotional reactions, which often backfire, his methods are calculated to maximize your influence while minimizing conflict. Key takeaways: stay composed. Emotional reactions signal weakness. Pause, think, and act with purpose. Protect your reputation. Every response should reinforce your status, not undermine it. Turn challenges into opportunities. Use disrespect as a chance to showcase your strength. Balance cunning and boldness. Know when to deflect subtly and when to confront directly. Play the long game. Patience and consistency often outlast petty slights. How to practice these skills. Daily reflection. After any disrespectful encounter, journal what happened, how you responded, and how you could improve. Role play. Practice responses with a friend to build confidence in staying calm and strategic. Study power dynamics. Read The Prince or watch real-world leaders to see these principles in action. Final thoughts. Disrespect is inevitable, but how you handle it defines your power. Machiavelli's wisdom teaches us to see these moments not as insults, but as tests of our virtue. By staying composed, protecting your reputation, and acting strategically, you can turn disrespect into a stepping stone to greater influence. Whether in the workplace, social circles, or personal life, these lessons will help you navigate the world with the cunning of a fox and the strength of a lion.